What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are having a very blessed and wonderful day. Uh so today we have our first update for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. As you can see on the screen, it's talking about the patch notes. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if y'all know me and y'all know my channel, one thing I definitely pride myself on being is as open and as honest as I possibly can, because granted, I'm just a person on the internet. You guys shouldn't be taking my word for too much of anything, but at the very least, I want y'all to see me being honest as I possibly can. I'm a simple man. I like what I like and I hate what I hate. And this update definitely looking like a hot 2-pack of ass. I cannot lie to you. I got some definite issues with it, but how this is going to work, we're going to go over the patch notes. We're going to talk about what's in them, and then we're going to discuss the issues with everything afterwards. But just to clear this up, because I know some people might try to twist words, everything that I'm saying in this video is me coming from a place of constructive criticism. I do still love the game. I do still play it. I do still support it. But at the same time, I can't just sit here and look through a pair of blind lenses like this update was decent, because like for me personally, I've already gone through the patch notes. For like me personally, there's only one or two things in here that was actually good. Everything else was just not it. But we're gonna talk about it. So hello, Task Force X. We want to start out by saying thank you to everybody who's played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League so far. We've loved hearing about the stories that you've had at Metropolis, and we can't wait to continue our fight against Brainiac with you. This patch mainly addresses some of the bugs and difficulty scaling issues that were affecting players as they progress to the higher mastery levels, 40 and higher. We hope that these changes will lead to a more balanced, varied, and overall enjoyable experience as you take on ever-increasing challenges. We do, however, know that some of our players are running into issues which are not addressed in this patch. These include, but are not limited to, matchmaking issues, login issues, performance issues, progression issues, and among others. While we were not able to get those fixes implemented in this patch, please know that we are aware of the frustration that these may cause and are working on making further improvements in our upcoming patches, and we will be updating our known issues channel and our official Discord server in the near future as the status of these develop, and we will see you all in Metropolis. And then speaking of Discord, we're actually going to go ahead and jump over to a screenshot from the official Discord. This comes directly from Kane. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen so y'all can read it along with me, because this was technically connected to this update, but it was on the Discord and not on the website, which is weird, but it is what it is. So hi folks, we understand that it's frustrating not seeing some of the open issues being addressed in this patch. To clarify, this is not because we're not working on these issues, nor is it because we think the changes and fixes included in this patch are more important. These changes were made by a part of the team and separate from those investigating logging and matchmaking issues, so it has not detracted from their efforts. The fixes included in this patch were much easier to address, whereas fixes to some of the logging and matchmaking issues are taking a little longer to solve. We've made progress on one of these issues, which is players getting kicked back to sign in after trying to join a session, and aim to have that in an upcoming update. We still do not know the cause of the issue regarding players getting stuck permanently or crashing at signing into the WB service screen, but this will continue to be investigated also. I appreciate that doesn't offer much comfort to some, and I will try to get back to you with more updates as soon as I know more. Thank you for your patience. Now let's go ahead and get started with these patch notes. So first up, we have bug fixes. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through all of them. So, first bug fix. Fix the bug that was causing burning damage to scale with both player damage buffs and enemy debuffs. Burning should only be scaling via enemy debuffs. Second one, fix the bug that allowed Toyman to stack multiple of the same augments on your gear. Third one, fix the bug that sometimes prevented modifications to augments on your gear from saving after exiting a multiplayer session and joining the single player session. Now, when I said earlier that there was one thing in here that I was pretty much 100% okay with, is this right here. And that's because this is something that I've specifically experienced, me and a couple of my buddies. I joined the multiplayer game one time. I lost all the augments that I spent like a good 15 minutes putting on my boomerang. And then like 3 days later, when I decided to try multiplayer again, all of a sudden I got them back. I didn't really question it. I didn't look a gear force in the mouth. I just took it and ran with it. I have a buddy named Boog. For those of you that have played the game, then y'all should know the stack deck perk, the reduced damage, but each successive hit adds 15% up to a maximum of 750% from all incoming damage sources on the target. Yeah, he got that perk on the gun. He got hit with the same bug, and instead of taking the augments, it took the perk off his gun and replaced it with a new one. He's been trying for at least like 2 weeks now and has not been able to get another gun with that perk. He's going through hell. I'm gonna pray for that man. But moving down, right? Changes in this release. Heat Waves, Molten Skin, and Turtle Shell have had their damage reduction reduced from 100% to 90%. Due to some players exploiting certain mission mechanics, vehicle kills during Gizmo support squad missions no longer give XP, but you will still be awarded for mission completion. With the fix to burning damage, players will be less likely to get to the same mastery level as before. As a result, we will be creating new leaderboards in the interest of fairness. For not those, we will be archiving the existing leaderboards, so those currently atop the rankings will live on in infamy. The reason why I have an issue with that is because if you look at how that's worded, people, like with the fix to burning damage, people will be less likely to get to the same mastery level as before. That right there makes it seem like we weren't supposed to get as high in the mastery levels as we did, which is kind of troubling, but that's an issue for another day. Now, with the fix coming to burning damage scaling and hearing the concerns around hitting a wall when climbing mastery levels, we have reduced enemy health scaling for mastery levels 46 and above, and to keep things challenging, enemies at mastery level 46 and above will now do more damage. So, starting with the last two specifically, right? So here's the thing. Now, I haven't had the chance to play since this morning, since the update went live, but I've been going on Twitter. I've been in the Discord. I've been seeing how people have been reacting to it. I have people that have been hitting me up specifically, letting me know what's going on. And it's like, God damn, the changes that were done are bad. Like, for one, Burn got nerfed into oblivion. And when I say oblivion, I mean oblivion. On paper, trading out enemies' health scaling over damage scaling seems like a good idea. The execution, however, was definitely a bit scuffed, because now the enemy's health, they're lowered a little bit, right? Not too much. They are lowered a little bit, but now keep in mind the enemies are already hitting hard as hell before. Now they're hitting like fucking freight trains, which pretty much, since Burn got nerfed, oh yeah, it's about to be incredibly hard to do those higher mastery levels. Like damn near impossible. Like you legitimately can't survive. Burn was the strongest affliction, and that got nerfed into high hell, right? The 7 rings of hell. As a whole, right? I'm gonna be completely honest. This update was a 2-pack of ass. This should not have been the first thing to come out, right? Again, with all due respect, because I don't want my words to be twisted. This is me coming from a place of constructive criticism. This patch shouldn't have come out until everything else, or at least half of everything else, was addressed. Or at the very least, right? They could have left this one in the oven a little bit longer and combined this one with the next update that's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? That's going to address some of the more troublesome issues, like people not being able to get into their games, and then that actually would have softened the blow a little bit. Because like, yeah, while we still got half of these issues to deal with, we still got half of them fixed, but we also got some extra stuff as well. So it's a process. Nah, they just went ahead and pushed this out right away. Now, keep in mind, I understand that they are still looking at the other issues. They are currently being worked on. They're not going unnoticed. They will be addressed. But it's like, people were excited because last night when we found out about the update, it was like, oh shit, I'm about to be able to play the game. God damn, man, I'm finna be happy. I done seen all my homies playing goddamn Boomerang, teasing me. I'm finna get on, beat everybody ass. Nope, still stuck at the goddamn loading screen, right? That's the problem. Now, Kane clarified on Discord that this patch was easier to put out, and that's the reason for why this came out first. And the teams that are responsible for finding these issues and then putting out the updates are 2 different teams. I get that, it's understandable. You wanted to get out what you could get out first, but at the same time, people are definitely going to see this as, so basically what you did was you went ahead and you nerfed You went ahead and you nerfed XP. You fixed XP. I'm losing my words. Y'all know I got a twisted tongue, so please excuse me. Y'all are fixing exploits. Y'all are nerfing gear pieces. Y'all adjusting enemy damage from mastery levels. But y'all not addressing the other issues, like some players being locked at a certain mastery level because it's glitched and they can't progress forward. You have some people who can't even stay on the damn servers long enough to have a solid session of the game. You have people who have paid $70 to $100 2 weeks ago, early access, that have not been able to get past the login screen. That's how people are going to see this. They said that, you know, this stuff wasn't more important, but it can't help but feel like, okay, yeah, we know, we know, of course, this stuff isn't as more important, but people who are just looking at this and not like paying attention, yeah, okay, yeah, so they basically just said, fuck fixing the server issues. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we gonna nerf all the XP exploits, we gonna nerf the gear, and we gonna do this. We gonna go ahead and we gonna update the shop. Half of y'all can't play the damn game, but we gonna update the shop. That's sadly how this stuff is looking, right? It sucks, but like, it is what it is. Again, this is all coming from a place of constructive criticism, but it's like, genuinely, I'm not trying, like, this patch should not have been first, because there are still major issues. Like, for example, I can share you a bug that I have right now on my game. If I go to my save loadouts, half of my loadouts are corrupted. And before anybody asks, no, I didn't delete anything from there. If I save a loadout, I specifically leave everything as is. I favor it so that I know not to get rid of it. Not to mention, if you try to delete it, you will literally get a warning first saying that it's a part of a loadout. So if you delete it, it's going to take it out that loadout. It's even got the little plus symbol icon in the corner of the gear piece that lets you know it's in a loadout at the current time. Like, it's going back to the patch notes, right? Fix the bug that was causing burning damage to scale with both player damage buffs and enemy debuffs. Again, understandable. That's understandable because the burn affliction was very close to breaking the game, seeing as how it was allowed to scale infinitely. That's understandable. That could have came first. It's just, god damn. I really just don't know what to say at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the game. I'm still supporting it. I still want to play it, but it's like, this patch was not good. Anybody that's not looking at this through blind lenses cannot sit here and say that this patch isn't good. Sorry, not isn't good. You can't sit here and say that this patch is good, because it's genuinely not. I want the game to succeed. I want the game to do better. However, this ain't the way. This ain't the way. This patch definitely should have been left to cook in the oven a little bit more. Here's hoping that next week we actually get more details on when the next update is coming out, because one good thing about, you know, having communication from the dev team is that we're getting weekly developer updates, be it big or small. So hopefully we hear about this soon, because I'm not gonna lie to you, we are already halfway through February. We halfway through February. I believe it's a leap year too, because it's 29 days and not 28. But we are halfway through February. If we get to March and a lot of this stuff hasn't been addressed, I guarantee you that's going to be very critical for the game, because the game already has enough things going against it. God forbid we get to season 1, Joker gets here, the new bosses, all of this stuff gets here, and half the people still can't play a game that they paid for before fucking February started. All right, you get what I'm saying? That's gonna go ahead, and that's gonna bring us to the end of the video, because I mean, outside of like everything it is that I pretty much discussed here, I don't want to go on for too long, because at a certain point it's definitely gonna seem like I'm ranting. I don't like this update. I don't like this update. I hope the next one is very much better. That was poor grammar, but I hope that it ends up being better than what this is. I hope that a lot of these bugs get fixed, because God forbid, if this goes on for too long and this stuff doesn't get addressed like how it should, we're going to be in a very bad and tight spot. But like I said, that's gonna go ahead and that's gonna bring us to the end of the video. So hopefully you all have had an enjoyable time here. Let me know down in the comments below if you thought this patch was a W, if you thought it was an L, and why. And again, if you've enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smack the notifications bell so you won't ever miss out on any of my Suicide Squad related content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.